Tonight, we are about to discuss something very serious. The understanding of this concept would literally help you remain motivated for the rest of your life, regardless whether you're seeing results or not. In seasons of pain, it is the consciousness of this philosophy that has kept me strong in the midst of turmoil, in the midst of storms, in the midst of problems. It is the consciousness that every single thing would align to this philosophy. I sit here before you. This channel was a case study. I created 600 videos every single day before I got attention, before this channel began to take traction. Please understand this. Every single day for about a year and a half, I posted consistently. On some days, maybe one or two. And guess what happened? The universe rewarded my consistency by giving me 2 views. And day after day, I would post with this consciousness that every single thing conforms to the law of time and chance. Time and chance. According to the law of time and chance, as long as you're a man who walked the earth, seasons of opportunities will come. As long as you're a man and you walk this earth, seasons of opportunities will come. What you do with the seasons, whether you take it, whether you maximize the season, to what degree they come, is entirely up to you, as you'll be learning as a reason of this discourse. But as long as opportunity is concerned, you will get those opportunities. Some of you, when land was as cheap as $10,000, $5,000, $2,000, you did not purchase. Your friend was about to relocate. My property is valued at $100,000, but if you have 10, I'm willing to sell it at a bargain. I trust nobody else with this property aside you. Come and take it. But because you do not maximize that season, you thought the opportunity would always wait for you. For some people, they had genuine reasons to decline. They were short of funds. They had not maximized relationship such that they have individuals they can reach out to take advantage of that deal. Seasons of opportunity will come. When you understand this principle fundamentally, worry flees from you. By now you should understand if you are at a point in your life where you need something, or if you've gotten to a point in your life where this kind of content resonates with you, it's most likely you work hard at an endeavor, you've given it your all, you've affirmed, you've tried to manifest, and yet little to no result has come to fruition. By now, you should have come across videos of manifestation. And the number one killer of attraction is worry, fear, anxiety. What would happen? When would it happen? Would it even happen? Those are the killers of manifestation. Understanding, as long as you're a man and opportunities will come, kills worry. Disregard this idea of time frame and trying to confine your goals to a specific time. Of course, it's good because once you have a deadline to achieve certain results, it spurs you into action. You become disciplined. You become motivated to give it your best. But once you've seen, this is the best I can do every single day, detach yourself from the results, focus more on the inputs. The output you can't control, the input you can. New Balance, for instance, were spending, I believe, I don't want to get the statistics right, but the advertising was divided into 70% influencing and 30% normal ads. I can't recall, but there was a stratification within the advertising. The new CEO or the new head of advertising came along and reversed that percentile, inversed it in and of itself. Within 18 months, New Balance went from a shitty brand to where it is currently. The point I'm trying to highlight is nobody is going to set a goal with a time frame of almost 2 years. You get the point. The best thing, what you have control over, is the input, not the output. Patience is not equated to passivity. Patience is finding what to do in the meantime. You are not patient by waiting for these seasons to come. The way you take advantage of this season is by preparing for those seasons. Like I mentioned earlier, those seasons comes in varieties. They come into the degree of which you're prepared. Sometimes your lack of preparation fails to enable you maximize that season to its full capabilities. For instance, what are the chances of an illiterate man taking full advantage of $1 million line of credit or $1 million in cash? That wrong mentality would make him opt for wrong choices. Even if he's to veer into business, he will do it in a small way. Handing $1 million to an Uber driver, you and I both know within 2 years you'll find him back in that position. The problem is not the money. The problem is the driver. That driver is your mindset. Your mind is very important as touching your life and destiny. So the laws of time and seasons will come. The best thing you can do is to prepare for those seasons, prepare for the future you so desire. When I lacked capital to start my business, I said to myself, what is the best move in this scenario? What is the best thing to maximize this season? The best thing to do is to draft my business plan, draft the values, how I want the business to operate, the things I want, the kind of managers I want to have, how the company would operate in my absence, how to have an eagle's eye, and all of the various systems you unconsciously enjoy were set in stone from a small bedroom, from a tiny bedroom. I'm here to challenge someone. Despise not your humble beginnings. Do not make decisions based on your current situation. What I mean by that is, before you take a step, disregard the consciousness of your environment. Before you pen down that business idea, disregard the consciousness of your background. Your background has every tendency to creep in, give you justifiable means on why this will not happen, why you're dreaming too big, why it's impossible, the time frame is ridiculous, you should try and scratch some things off. No, and the opposite direction. Emperors do not wait for a coronation, they crown themselves. Ever watch a Chinese movie? You hear something like, and he crowned himself emperor. You're a king. Do not wait for people to validate your crown before you begin acting like one. You walk like a king, you speak like a king, you talk like a king. It's only a matter of time before they begin to address you. Let me strike the balance. King doesn't equate to arrogance. In fact, arrogance only betrays insecurity. A king is poised. Arrogance might seem is entitlement. It in fact betrays inferiority complex. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to justify. A king doesn't explain his crown. He just leaves it to law of time and chance. Additionally, in most cases, to the degree of which these scenarios come into your life is to the degree which you are prepared. An entrepreneur is most likely getting a lucky break of $1 million than an Uber driver. Not necessarily because the two individuals, one is good or one has superior moral qualities than the other, but the kind of services produced, kind of business you're in, should always be in positions where there's potential for skill. At the infancy of your career, you might adopt small stations in an attempt to prepare for something bigger. It is true, in fact, the micro leads to the macro. Whatever you do now can be done in a big way. For instance, I used to trade with $50, $100 sometimes. I would make, say, 20, 30, 40%. Relative to my capital, that seems like shit. You made $30 in 3 months because I trade stocks. I buy and hold. You make $30 in 3 months. You made $20 in 3 months. That's meager. How could you live off that? But I kept trading, not necessarily because of the finances, but with the consciousness that small things leads to big things. He who is faithful in little is faithful in large. The day you receive $1 million, receiving 30% on that capital because you built capacity, you built understanding, you've understood intimately from experience, not a book, because they're two different things. How the market works, when to buy, when to hold, how the Federal Reserve affects percentage, and you've learned how to control it, as opposed to waiting for the $1 million to arrive before you begin your journey. The chances of you maximizing the opportunity are in the single digits. The chances of it coming are even slimmer. Maximize seasons and you'll be fine. As always, my friend, a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.